What is up? It is your really super depressed motherfucker back here again for another video, and this one is the first video of my new series, 6 Talks. And someone commented, do Ascension. And Ascension is by far my most favorite Call of Duty Zombies map of all time. And I'm very happy they commented this because I'm very hyped to fucking do this. And I'm going to give you all a storyline basis, my background, some cool gameplay, and just a few other little things you may have missed in Ascension if you never paid close attention. But if you're one of those dudes that really, really like fucking Ascension, and you just want some cool shit or some good music, skip toward the end of the video. There's going to be a music video on Ascension with Alina Segman and the Easter egg song. All rights go to Activision, Alina Segman, and Kevin Shentwood for playing the song. Don't fucking copyright my ass. I don't need that bullshit. So, let's just get started with this video. So, my first Ascension game was a long time ago, and I played it. I tried to have fun. I died on round 3 because I wasn't really paying attention. I was like talking about the map and how like it was all gray and how they take away the color, and I'm just like, oh cool, this is pretty cool. Oh shit. So that was pretty bad, but a few years ago I got to round 653 with a suicide, and that was my highest round ever on Ascension. It took around 4 to 6 days, barely any sleep whatsoever, and I sat here for 4 days and grinded Ascension. I'm surprised my 360 didn't crash, and it only took 4 days, but I was getting them done maybe 4 rounds an hour, and I was really busting ass. Like, I was hurrying. Every time the trap would go back on, boom. I went down all 3 times, and my last down was probably around 620 something, I believe. I was screwing around with the sickle. And that was a fun game. That's my high round backstory on this. But my biggest backstory on Ascension in general was just that I enjoyed it so much. And I always played it with all my friends. I talked really about all my personal life when I played this map. And I would just like tell my friends this and that. This day was shitty. I hate this teacher. I have this homework. I hate this. I hate that. Fuck this. I'm pissed. And Ascension was always that go-to map to just sit down and chill out. It's an easy, fun map that you can get to whatever round you want, and it was always a lot of fun. And I loved it. I loved it a lot. Ascension was always one of my best favorite maps of all time. And I keep repeating that, but this is the first time that I ever really got into zombies. Besides Kino, that is, but first time I ever said, yeah, I'm buying all the DLCs from now on. And Shangri-La just put a shit on that and said, fuck you. But anyway, let us get on to the storyline. I'm going to stop my music here so you can really get a feel of the storyline. So, this is the storyline of Ascension. And yeah. Alright, so let me just start right here. Well, first of all, Gersh discovered element 115 alone and started to find out what it was capable of and how they could use it to bring soldiers from place to place in a controlled vision of it, which later created the zombies and another device known as the Gersh device. Yuri Sagovachlich, they're all Russian, so yeah, was working on Project Mercury, Gersh device, which led to the scientist of Project Gersh. He was transformed and transferred to work on rockets, where the storyline of the monkeys come in. he talked about how he sent monkeys into the atmosphere, which means the 115 is obviously in space. And then he mutates the monkeys into perk-stealing monsters that hate every other person they come in contact with. Another way of proving 115 was in space is the fact that the map 5, you can find a magazine which shows the picture of a mutated cosmic silverback, which was sent into space and then came back down as a complete monster. Yeah, fuck that guy. Dead Ops Arcade. Headline is, what the hell is this? Yuri discovers a diary which obviously is written by someone from Doris, most likely Dr. Maxis. In this diary, he found out what 115 was and what it was really capable of. His owner researched the Gersh device, and this is where Samantha comes in. The Gersh device is basically a way to go from one place to another instantly, but since Samantha hates everyone that contacts with number 115, Ascension was an easy place for her to haunt, which knows this true because Yuri was controlled by her toys, and eventually the facility was overrun, and Samantha, within the ether, and sends zombies to spawn the outbreak at Ascension, which everyone at 5 was also connected, and both teams eventually end up surviving the outbreak, but due to Gersh and Yuri both massively disappear, and the 1.0 versions of the characters and Dempsey, Richtofen and them, and the 5 crew, they eventually survive the outbreak. Ascension and 5 go back to their normal places in American and Russian history. Okay, so that was the storyline of Ascension. Now, let's get into what we're doing right here. And this is PhD Flopper. PhD Flopper was first introduced to us in 2010, first DLC, Ascension, and came back to us throughout every single Zombies map. And this was the shit. This was awesome. I love this, and this made me just want to sit there and say, hey, ray gun for days, Mustang and Sally for life, and I enjoyed it. This is my favorite thing to do on Ascension. And Stamina Up, well, let me tell you a little story about Stamina Up. There was this big, bald, black dude named Raquise. He was chasing me down the street, and his brother Rashad, they both stuck their dicks out. They knocked me on the ground. You know what I got up with? Quick Revive. Good old Quick Revive. And you know what I did when I got back up? They tried to put their big dicks in my mouth, and I shoved in that bottle, that yellow big fat bottle of Stamina Up. And I ran my ass off, and I could not stop running. And there it is. Ascension was the first 2 perks ever introduced to us, was Stamina Up and PhD Flopper. So guys, the next Easter egg was that right there. You saw that? The little green speck on the moon, on Ascension. That little green speck was the map Moon, but the biodome, as well as Doris from World at War and the remake on Black Ops 1. We saw the biodome on Moon next to the laboratory and facility on the map Ascension, which was hinting toward the map Moon coming out a few months later. And this was really cool because both Ascension and Moon always felt super connected. But when I went back and realized, oh shit, they have the map on Ascension, I sat there and I'm just like, wow, this is actually really cool. And I'm just sitting there, dude, guys, go look at this. I'm not lying. Ascension and Moon are connected. Moon's on Ascension. And they're like, yeah, sure, rocket goes up to space. Is a rocket on the moon or something? No, you see the biodome on Ascension. Everyone thought I was lying, but I wasn't. And everyone's like, damn, this was some cool shit. So that's just a fun little Easter egg, I guess you can go to. And another fun little Easter egg you can always find is if you look on Earth,
I don't think you necessarily see Ascension, but if you look into it, you look and see where it is. So that's pretty cool. But another cool Easter egg on Ascension was this right here. And you can blow up the rocket on Ascension. And once done, the rocket's blown up and destroyed. You don't really get anything for doing this, but an awesome explosion. But if you go down near the Pack-a-Punch machine, you will see a double point spawn in. And I don't think I get it in this video because I was a little late. I was watching the explosion. But if you see it, hold on. Yeah, you saw it. You saw the little green speck? That's a double points. And here we go on Black Ops 3. You can see another double points right here too. So, yeah, there's that. And I really always liked this Easter egg because it was just fun to use, fun to do. And I always found like, you know, why not blow it up? There's no reason not to. It's really cool. And here's the music video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video.